Okay, so
here we are.
Husband and I are really, really dedicated to keeping our relationship fresh, new, and exciting. So we're committed to learning something new about each other every day. And I saw a get to know you tag video the other day online, which I thought was cute, and I did learn some stuff about the gal, but I thought the questions were, a little superficial. We came up with our own questions for you to get to know us better. So, you have your list of questions? I have my list.
I have my list in my head. Maybe you should go first.
He's going to cheat and try to... He'll be like, oh yeah, I had that question too.
Can we lie?
No, we
have...
have...
Can I exaggerate? Can I plead the fifth?
You cannot lie. You cannot exaggerate. What's the point? And you basically just told them you're a liar. And my first question is, what are your best and worst habits? Would you say being a compulsive liar is one of your worst habits? Go. What are your best and worst habits?
My best habit is that I can fix almost anything, and if I can't, I will at least try to fix almost anything. And I have an amazing habit of finding things.
First of all, your habit of finding things is like trying to put a spin on your garbage addiction and your tendency to be a hoarder. But okay, let's be strength-based about it and see that as a positive habit. All right, and so what would your worst habit be?
My worst habit, I think, is that I can't stay awake for a whole day, even if I try, no matter what.
Well, he has some health conditions, and there's a lot of medications, and
it's debilitating.
He's debilitated.
I just look for a place to fall down so I can sleep for a minimum of an hour. Yeah, yesterday I think I slept 5 hours. I said, give me 5 minutes, and it was like 5 or 6 hours. I literally.
That's like every single day.
Every day of my life.
All right, go ahead. What's your first question?
What's your best and worst habits?
You had that question on your list too?
It's the first one that came to me.
I know, it's a good one. All right, I would say my worst habit is cursing. Because I have been known to drop the F-bomb on occasion. And I used to not curse at all because I was a very godly and churchy woman at one point. But then I started watching a little too much HBO, and the curse words sound very normal when you hear them all the time like that. And I would say my best habit is that I wipe out the microwave every single time I use it. That's a good habit. That's a habit. It's a good, clean, tidy habit. Keeps the microwave clean. Isn't it disgusting when you open the microwave and it's got like all these splatters of somebody else's exploded spaghetti sauce or...
Whoa. That's what you're calling a habit?
Yeah, things that are actually habits, not personality traits.
So then if I throw in the fact that I wipe the toilet every time I go to the bathroom, I lift the seat, wipe the toilet after I go, and then put the seat down, that's a habit?
Yeah.
You would consider that a good habit?
Yes.
Like the best habit I have?
A repeated habit that you don't actually do. So why are you saying
you
used to do that? You don't do that now. What's a memorable, embarrassing moment you have had? All right, here he is with a memorable, embarrassing moment from fairly early childhood, right?
Yes, I'd say 6 to...
16.
6 to 8 range.
Yesterday when you told me you were like 4 or 5, now we're learning the truth. It's going to get older every time we hear the story.
From 4 to 8.
He was 25, and then what happened?
Well, it's not a new story now.
It's not new to me, but it's new to them.
Oh boy. There were 4 of us playing together around the same age. Climbing trees, playing, having fun. As boys do. Falling out of trees, jumping out of trees. I pick up my cat. Hold the cat real tight. And just then, I had a feeling inside me that said...
Gas.
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 So I proceeded to do what boys do, is just let everything out you got. And it's just going to be a big gas. Except for the fact that...
It wasn't just gas.
It was amazing. Just liquid.
It's what our daughter Autumn would call the pee-poo.
Pee-poo.
Pee-poo. The diarrhea.
Don't really know where it came from or why.
Came out your butt is where it came from.
I don't know all the details, but I remember like it just happened. So here I am holding the cat.
With the pee-poo running down his leg in front of other people.
3 other boys around me of my same age. And I go, oh, look what the cat just did to me? And then I showed it to him, so it wasn't even like...
You weren't trying to hide it.
I was like, look what the cat just did to me. And I pointed, and there's like this cat goo running down my leg.
Except it was his goo.
So I ran home and resolved it.
You know, a lot of your embarrassing stories have to do with gas and diarrhea.
Yes.
Okay, what's your next...
shouldn't there be a question to you?
Yeah, I'm asking, what's your next question?
What was your question?
What was your memorable, embarrassing moment?
What was your most memorable, embarrassing moment?
You had that question on your list too?
That's
You're
the first one.
such a cheater. I've had so many embarrassing moments in my life because I'm one to...
Embarrass yourself?
Embarrass myself. But it's really, you know what, the embarrassing part is right now telling you. At the time, there really weren't witnesses for me to feel embarrassed in front of. So the embarrassment is, this is now my most embarrassing moment. Alright, so I had purchased a big bottle of fiber gummies from Target, and I had them at my desk at work. You're supposed to take 2 of them to encourage regularity, but the thing is they're gummies, so it's like you're eating gummy bears. So I didn't stop it too. I would just sort of like snack on them at my desk at work, and I probably ate like 30 of them. So then during my lunch hour, I proceeded to Joann's Fabrics because I wanted to pick up, I don't know, sewing thread or something. And so I parked and I'm walking into the store and I'm just crossing the threshold going into the store where I realize all of a sudden, oh my God, I gotta poo and I gotta poo now. So I hightail it through Joann, so I have to kind of maneuver through the fabrics and stuff and make it to the bathroom. And I know where the bathroom is because I've been there before. It wasn't like I had to ask or search for it. So it's less than 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds to get from the front door to the bathroom when you're motivated. I almost made it. I almost made it all the way to the toilet. But not entirely. It was just completely beyond my control. You know, if you've ever had like food poisoning because you ate mayonnaise that was a little bit off or something, like your body is no longer your own. Warning, potty-themed video.
Details?
Well, no, so I'm sitting there on the toilet for a while, and there's just, I mean, I just sort of had to laugh to myself because I was like, I can't even...
Lake effect poo?
I can't even begin to figure out how to deal with this. And it's my lunch break. I'm supposed to go back to work. So obviously I threw my underpants away, like, they're gone. And eventually I just kind of managed to clean myself up. And then when I was leaving Joann, and then I had to kind of clean the bathroom up too, because you know, sanitize behind yourself. And then I made a beeline out to the car, and then I just drove home. And I called up my supervisor and I said, I have to take some sick time this afternoon and head home. I will see you tomorrow. Okay! I have a question for you.
We're not done?
There's 5 questions. What is the most unusual job you've ever had? You don't have to go into great detail, just what is it? Does it have anything to do with pooping?
I can't say I had an unusual job. I've had very few jobs.
How about baling hay?
It's not unusual.
I've never done it. Baled hay for a farm.
Cow farm.
Did you have to scoop up poop? Is there going to be a poop element to this story too?
Oh yeah, lots of poop.
I mean, it's not an unusual job if you're a farmer, but if you grow up in suburban New Jersey, that's, I think, kind of atypical.
Okay, what's your most unusual job?
What's my most unusual job?
Yes.
You had that question on your list too. Back when I was pregnant with my older daughter, I lived in California and I worked as an extra in movies. Alright, when you were younger, what was your dream job? Like, what did you want to do when you grew up? Like, what was your fantasy dream job when you were a youngster?
I always wanted to be a park ranger.
A park ranger, that's cute.
Working with animals. Did you ever know that? Did I ever?
Yeah.
I just like nature. It brings me back to nature.
Nature brings you back to nature.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in nature.
We should all be in touch with nature.
I'm in touch with nature.
When you're in nature.
Yeah. For a brief stint, my fantasy job, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, was toll taker.
On the highway?
On a bridge, yeah, a bridge.
Why would you want to be a bridge toll taker?
Well, because you'd be by the water. You don't do anything, you just sit there all day. listening to
It's a
music.
lazy person's...
Yeah, I thought, man, look, how hard could that be?
I don't think it's hard.
Well, I went for Flagman, too, during that period. I must have been a teenager.
I was about to be like 16.
I must have been a teenager.
Maybe indulging a little too much in
Yeah.
substances.
That went quickly.
Do you know how dirty money is? Have you ever seen when the toll takers
God, I
wear
can
gloves, how
smell it, yeah.
filthy they're...
What was your dream job?
When I was young?
Yes.
Well, I went through this period where I wanted to be a cook on a sheep farm in Australia.
In your 40s or 50s?
No, when I was a teenager, I wanted to do that. Yeah, it's my dream job right now. No, younger. Because I really like to cook. I need an audience for my cooking that will be really appreciative. Like, they need to be really, really hungry to appreciate what I'm making. Because I don't do fancy cooking either. I do like home cooking. So I thought, all right, people who work on an Australian sheep farm, that's hard work. They're going to be hungry. And it combined my love of Australia, because when I was a teenager, I was very fascinated by Australia and wanted to go there. And this was before Crocodile Dundee came out and everybody in America got really into Australia. I set that trend ahead of time. And so I thought that would be really cool to be in the outback and cook for these rough and tumble sheep farmy people.
Mm-hmm.
And when I told my dad I wanted to do it, he completely forbade me from ever going to Australia, because he said, oh, the Australian men are really good looking and really charming, and if you go, you'll never come back. And my dad wouldn't let me go. All right, last question, because we're wrapping it up. What's your biggest regret in life so far? Is it sleeping your life away on the sofa? You have no regrets, is that what you're going to say?
There's a lot of things I might have done differently, and there's a lot of things I wished I would have done at the time differently. There's a lot of things I wish I would have done given the opportunity. I've been given a lot of opportunities, and I've not taken those opportunities when they're staring me right in the face.
Okay, do you regret having been such a drug addict? How about that?
Like when?
I don't know. I'm just trying to give you something to work with here. Do you regret marrying all the people you married before me? No. I liked those women better. I don't know. I'm just trying to help you out
Are you
here.
getting to know me better, or are you trying to...
I'm letting them get to know you better.
I see any regrets that I had at the time that I really thought, and even that I persisted through the years. I realize now when I look back that although I regretted it at the time, it had to happen or my life would have been completely different, and not in a good way. So I feel like every choice I made, whether I wanted to or not, felt it was a regret or not, was made to have the life that I have now. And I am extremely happy. I am one of the luckiest, blessed people in the world.
Okay, do you have a final question for me?
Do you have any regrets?
I do.
You do?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think so.
Really?
No. Go ahead.
You've done so much wrong. How could you not? I am not one of those people who's like, well, you know, every step along the way, every choice I've made, every mistake, every whatever, it's just part of what got me where I am now. No, I don't think that way. I definitely have regrets. Like, I spent a very, very, very large percentage of my life mired in very negative feelings about myself. Like very, very deep self-hatred and a strong lack of confidence. I know, isn't that sad?
You only get one life. Enjoy it.
Exactly.
You're amazing.
Exactly, and you shouldn't, thank you. And you shouldn't waste any time hating yourself. But the hatred and the lack of confidence held me back from trying things I should have tried. But I thought, oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. So
what would you have tried?
Well, for example, when I was in college, I would have loved to do drama, like try out for a play. And I knew that I wasn't like star quality actress, but just for fun, I would have liked to be involved in that. And I thought, well, here I am at this amazing college with all these really brilliant, talented people. I'm not good enough. There's no way.
We're on Broadway now.
Yeah, there's some.
We've gone to see them. They're amazing.
I have a friend from college who's on Broadway. You know who went to my college? Mindy Kaling, David Burney, Shonda Rhimes. Anyway, you know, people who are successful. But so I didn't even.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. I didn't even try because I just thought, I'm not good enough.
You would have been great.
And then I went to see the plays, and the main stars were awesome, but there were people with smaller parts who weren't, amazing, not amazingly talented. I mean, I could have...
They were learning the craft, possibly.
Sure, I could have done some small thing, participated, and I wish I had not let my lack of confidence and self-hatred and assumption that I wasn't good enough, I wish that hadn't kept me from just trying.
Looking from my perspective, I look at you now, and you would have gone into that. You would be up in New York right now. But you would have enjoyed it, but that's where you'd be right now. You wouldn't be here. Would you rather have stardom or me? Because I'd rather have you. I'd rather have you.
No, you'd rather have me be a star because you think you'd be my manager. If I was a superstar, I could be married to, like, Hank Azaria now, or Colin Firth.
I bet you'd be happy.
Or Daniel Craig. You don't think I'd be happy married to Daniel Craig?
No.
He would love me.
Yeah. Would you love him, though?
I think I could learn to. Alrighty, so there you have it. You have gotten to know us more than you ever wanted to. If you have any other questions, hey, put them in the comments below. We're an open book. Right? Are you an open book? We're open books.
I'm an open book.
Click to subscribe. Click on that. On me. Right there. Click to subscribe. Say bye-bye, honey.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.